It's 12:45. There's still so much stuff to get rid of, but we're making progress. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Hello, internet friends. What a journey you're about to go on with me. I'm recording this at the end of the project. What you're about to see is me attempting to clear out 4 years worth of clothing. I'm a unique case, right? Because I, in my job, get gifted a lot of clothing. If I'm doing a job, I get usually to keep the clothing, and things just show up at my door in the mail that I don't know where they come from. Over the past 4 years, it has just piled up, really without me realizing how much of it there was. Run it back to Friday when I started this project. It's Sunday afternoon now, and let you guys watch it all unfold. Today is the day that I organize my closet. It's gonna require a lot of coffee. A big section of the stuff that I get rid of is going to be donated to some kind of shelter, or I need to figure that out, I don't know yet. And then some of it is stuff that I really have a hard time parting with. Maybe some things that I invested in myself, things that I really love, but I just don't have space for. And for those things, I have the perfect solution, which is my go-to, which is Poshmark. Poshmark is an app where I sell all my clothing. If you followed me at all on my social media, you know how much I love Poshmark. I've been doing Poshmark since I was in high school. You can even scroll all the way back to the very beginning of my Poshmarking days, because once you post something to Poshmark, you can't delete it. It's just there forever. But I love Poshmark. I love it for selling and also for shopping, because you can find stuff on Poshmark that's not available online or something that's sold out. Most of the time it's for crazy discounted prices, like 70% off. I remember back in the day I used to buy and sell designer bikinis on Poshmark. That's kind of actually funny how my whole career started, was because I sold a bikini on Poshmark. Anyway, that's a long story for another day. I am procrastinating and we gotta get to work. Such a big project. The only way that I can tackle it is just to start in one section. A lot of those things have just been hanging there forever and I never wear them. I'm identifying the things that I love, that I'm having a really hard time parting ways with, things that I may have invested in, and I'm putting those things in my Poshmark box. Going to list those to my Poshmark, and I'll show you that whole process in a second. Guys, look at my Poshmark box. I've only done one section of my closet. How can one person have this much clothing? And I'm so bad at getting rid of things. Like, I will convince myself that I'm gonna need an item at some point in my life. I'm just forcing myself to cleanse all of that stuff. I'm going to show you guys how I shoot my images for Poshmark and just show you a little BTS of what that looks like. I highly recommend that you guys start your own Poshmark account, follow me. I think Poshmark is such a great way for people to just keep their closet flowing, make a little money as well, and also it's great for shopping. So a tip I have is to make sure that you're shooting your images of each item with you modeling them if possible. I mean, think about it when you're shopping online. If you see an item that's just like on a hanger, you're not gonna buy that item. You wanna see how it looks on someone. If you are a Poshmark user and you feel like you aren't selling a lot, maybe try that. I know it's a lot of work, but it's so worth it, and I'm gonna show you how I do it. I'm going to stand over here. This is just a little remote that came with one of my tripods. Easy to use. You just Bluetooth it onto your phone and then you can easily take a bunch of photos. It's just way easier than using self-timer, I find. Okay, this is the first item I'm listing to my Poshmark. This is a little For Love and Lemons dress. Still has the tags on it. Loved it. Never wore it. Here are my tips for shooting photos for Poshmark on your own. You're gonna need a few things. You're gonna need a tripod. I recommend getting this type of tripod where you're able to have full access to the screen while it's in the tripod. Tripods that block the screen, it makes it really difficult to review the photos without taking it off the tripod, which is just such a hassle. It's also a great tripod because you can easily shoot landscape if you need to just by doing that. I will link link this on Amazon. It comes with this little remote. This remote is a lifesaver because it means you don't have to bother with self-timer. You can just get the exact pose that you want and take only several photos rather than taking a billion. That is also key for Poshmark. You don't want to spend a lot of time on these photos. You just want to make sure they're well lit with a clean background. And then I do have one other trick. There's two ways that you can shoot these photos. You can either shoot with the front facing camera so that you can really see the pose and what's in frame. Another trick that I do is, because I want to preserve the quality of the image, I don't like to use the front facing camera. I set up a mirror at an angle behind the phone so that I can see the phone screen from back here, and I can adjust accordingly to make sure I'm in frame. That way I'm only taking a few images and not flooding my camera roll with Poshmark images that I'm not going to use for anything else. With my little remote, I can control exactly what I see in the reflection because I'm using this mirror. Let's continue. Valentine's Day date. This would be a good dress for it. I didn't know I had this. I do this every time. I try something on and then I'm like convincing myself that I should keep it. I guess I'll just shoot it and then decide later. To wear this for this really cool Maybelline campaign video that Zach and I got to produce a little while ago. I wore this dress to a fashion awards show, I think it was. Some kind of award show. Time to say goodbye to her. That was the last item I'm going to be able to shoot for today because the sun is gone and it's getting dark. Even with the low light capabilities of the iPhone, I think pretty much maxed out for Poshmarking today. I'm gonna keep going and probably pick this back up tomorrow. Just to give you a visual representation of how many items I removed from my closet yesterday. This many, but still such a small fraction of the rest that I have to go through. So I was debating whether or not I should even record this time lapse here of me unboxing new clothing because I don't want to come across as, you know, boasty or ungrateful. Then I was like, no, this is my reality and I want to show a visual of really the influx of clothing that is happening to me in my life. I also want to say that I completely realized that it is 100% my responsibility to fix this problem and not be wasteful, and I just want to be better about that. I'm still a broke college student at heart. It's that mentality of, you know, if something's free, that you have to take advantage of that. It's only been a few years that I've been doing this, so I'm still kind of breaking out of that mindset and trying to be a little bit more responsible with this influencer culture and gifting. This is a little different. Here I'm unboxing some clothing that is for a job, and this is clothing that I actually hand selected so I know everything's gonna fit me and that I like everything. This is not really something I would identify as the problem. This is actually for an upcoming job that I'm doing. It does show you though the volume of incoming clothing. I'm not typically cleaning out my closet like I am today. Maybe this will help you understand why this is the way it is. Interesting dilemma to be in, but very grateful and learning how to be a bit more responsible moving forward for myself, for my closet's sake, as well as from a sustainable and wasteful standpoint. These resources could be used elsewhere. We're figuring it out, but I have to put all this new stuff away, and luckily I'll have room for it because I'm taking so much stuff out. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna do shoes next. This shoe wall right here just needs help. I have my iPhone right here set up to do a time lapse and capture the whole process. Let's do it. Okay, day 2 intermission. The state of this room is nothing short of pure chaos. I am finding like bags of stuff that I packed with the intention of donating that stuff or Poshmarking that stuff. And I think I'm going to hire an assistant so I can knock all of this stuff out because so much of it is so good and I want it to have an amazing new home. I'm going to be extra selective from here on out of the things that are going on my Poshmark, and I'm donating the rest. I hope I can force myself to do that, even though some of this stuff is totally Poshmark worthy. I'm just packing up stuff into garbage bags. The stuff that's going in the garbage bags, it's all going to be donated to a shelter, to Goodwill, to whatever I can find. Gonna continue on now. Wish me luck. It is absolutely pouring rain outside, like downpour, torrential downpour in West Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. Kind of like it though. It makes me feel really cozy, and I'm gonna go make some tea. Update, it's now 5 o'clock. It's almost dark out. I haven't made much progress. Next phase of the closet clean out begins now. It's time to get some ish done. Also, because the light in my closet went out, I have this light that I borrowed from the office set up right here to shine some light in there. Pretty makeshift, but it'll have to do because I can't see anything. Now I'm organizing all of my sweatshirts and hoodies. There's so many of them. They were all up here. Gonna go through and get rid of like 85%. I'm almost done with the closet part. I still have to organize my bags. I haven't even started on my chest of drawers yet, but this is coming along at least. Got all my jeans, all my tops here, and then I still need to like organize this part, make it pretty. Starting to get tired. It's 12:45. I'm so tired, but I'm really excited because I made a lot of progress and the closet's looking so good. So I'm going to show you guys tomorrow morning what I managed to pull off. There's still so much stuff to get rid of, but we're making progress. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I look like death. I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'm so tired. So see you in the morning. Hello and welcome to day 3 of Helen's closet clean out. Remember when I thought I could do this in one day? Yeah, this has been quite an ordeal. I have accomplished a lot. I feel kind of like a brand new person. I have a lot of other projects that I'm doing today, hence the full face of makeup, hence me really wanting to finish the closet clean out last night, hence me feeling like I'm hungover because I got 2 less hours of sleep, and as an adult, if I even get 2 less hours of sleep, I feel like absolute death the next day, and I am way over caffeinated. But we're doing it, we're here, and I'm gonna do a couple things and then the big reveal. Okay guys, are you ready for the reveal? I'm just gonna show you, come with me. I'm gonna give you a brief tour of my new and improved closet. Sweaters and sweatshirts up here. Right here, these are all long dresses and jumpsuits, and then short dresses and formal tops, sweaters and flannels and things like that, denim jackets. I've got an absolute denim warehouse factory happening down here with every possible shade of denim. This is shorts and skirts. Sneaky extra shoe storage happening behind the dresses. Over here we've got our shoe wall. There was another shelf right here and it got knocked. I need to put that shelf back so I can get some shoes off the ground. And then up here we have the handbags. And that is it! I did it! High five. Oh my gosh, I dreamt of this moment. Where I'm at right now is amazing, but I have a huge, massive warehouse-sized pile of things to donate. Like Look at this. Luckily, Zach has a pickup truck, so we will be tossing all that stuff in the pickup truck and donating it. This whole clean out has really been about me identifying things that I need to clear out, that I was able to, over the course of the last few days, really look at an item and really know whether or not it should be in my closet. And I was able to do that without really trying things on. So I feel like that was the initial clear out. And now I need to go in for round 2 and try everything on, because I've started working out a lot more recently over the past year, and I just know that a lot of my jeans are not gonna fit me anymore. And I have way too many pairs of jeans. Like, it's not okay. There were times when I was trying to tackle this project over the last few days that I felt so scattered, so hopeless, like it was such a big project that I would never get through it. I can't even explain the feeling of it being done. I just feel like so accomplished, and I can really tackle my next project now. It's crazy what that does for your mental state. The ruts that I get into mentally have to do with my space and my belongings and whether those things are in order. And I just always feel so euphoric when I organize, and I'm not the best organizer, but when I apply myself, it just is the most rewarding feeling. I wanted to just share the methods that I used to clear out my closet, because I feel I can share them in a much more informative way now that I am on the other end of this project. This may seem kind of obvious, but I really had to change my mindset about understanding what I will never wear. For me, seeing all these things that I wore as past versions of myself, I had to identify the difference between something that sparks joy, citing the Marie Kondo method, and I'm not an expert in the Marie Kondo method, so she probably has some kind of solution for this, but being able to decipher the difference between an item that sparks joy or an item that sparks joy in the form of memory and nostalgia, or something that you're like, oh, maybe this will give me future joy, but really trying to figure out what is going to spark joy for me if I wear it tomorrow. For me, trying to figure out, navigate all these emotional feelings that I have towards clothing that reminds me of past versions of myself, that was kind of the first hurdle. My goal with my closet is to look in my closet and see a minimal display of my current self, things that I will wear tomorrow, obviously taking into account quarantine and the pandemic, but knowing that if I had an event or something, what would I grab? Keeping those things and cutting everything else. Poshmark is a lifesaver and such an amazing tool to take advantage of and use as a shopper and as a seller. But I have drawers and drawers and drawers of things that I told myself I was going to Poshmark. And whenever it comes time for me to do some Poshmarking, I never grab those things. I just now realize how this bad habit that I have of promising myself that I'm going to deal with something in the future and not acting on that. I was able to recognize that midway through and reevaluate a lot of things that I told myself I was going to sell, and just take those things and put them in the donate pile. The last thing that I really realized firsthand, visually saw for myself with my own eyes, is the potential of extreme wastefulness of influencer culture and gifting. Me coming from the mentality of being a broke college student, deep down inside I feel these same feelings. If something is offered to me for free, I really want to embrace that, because I remember when that was a bigger deal than life itself. If I say no, that item and those resources can be saved, not wasted. I want to be going forward, just take that into consideration with every single gifting opportunity that I have going forward, because this is insane. That's kind of my last thing, but I'm going to continue to clear out my closet to get it perfect. And I've got another video, an upcoming video, where I will show you guys the big reveal after I finally finalize some things. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, and please subscribe if you don't already. It would mean so much to me. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.